privilege to be here and to be part of this great gathering. An eye for raw talent. If Hilary Ngwe'no never had a sense of humor and an eye for raw talent, many aspiring scribes would not have become journalists. He had the courage and faith to give a chance to untrained, untested hopefuls, including those whose application letters many potential employers would have immediately dismissed as impudent, if not outright insulting. The advertisement for the position of sub-editor in 1986 paved the way for raw, untested talent. A young man working as a designer and instructor at the Ministry of Labor's Kenya's Textile Training Institute, with absolutely no experience or training in journalism, decided to apply for the job. He had been an ardent reader of the Weekly Review since its inception in 1975, when he was just a Form 2 student, and this really motivated him to set his eyes on getting the job. After delivering his handwritten application letter, the young man was surprised when he received a call from the news editor inviting him to the Weekly Review offices as soon as possible. Although he was not offered the sub-editor's position, the young man was recruited as a reporter. A practical hands-on leader. Hilary was a practical hands-on leader who led by example. What he embraced Hilary was a practical hands-on leader who led by example. What he embraced at the Weekly Review was to guide, mentor, train, not in a formal structure, but simply by going through the copies of fresh journalists, making remarks and suggestions, and asking questions in his familiar scroll. Many at the time assumed that Hilary wrote most of the stories for the magazine himself, especially as many reporters did not have bylines to their stories. That was the in-house style at the Weekly Review, and the only regular contribution by Hilary was the leader, a space that he held sacrosanct as editor-in-chief. It is also important to note the special thing with the Weekly Review: no suits, ties, and other formal dressing codes that dominated mainstream media at that time. Just trying to check how many would actually qualify in that regard. The respected Weekly Review, clearly a publication before its time, folded in 2002. But the standards in journalism excellence and that all else have since tried to emulate, particularly in analytical reporting. Thank you.